Hello and welcome to Lakeside Stadium for the 2014 Dockerty Cup Final. Melbourne Knights versus South Springvale, looking to claim the first piece of silverware of the 2014 National Premier League's Victoria Football Federation Victoria season. Melbourne Knights, of course, have had a tough season at times, peaking when they qualified for the inaugural round of 32 of the FFA Cup. Unfortunately, they could go no further in that competition, but they have maintained their good run of cup form to reach the deciding match here today at Lakeside Stadium. They are, of course, raging hot favourites to defeat third-tier South Springvale, who are the Cinderella story of cup football in Australia this year. South Springvale, who play in State League 1 Southeast, reached the round of 32 of the FFA Cup, and despite the fact that they were coming up against an NPL team from Northern New South Wales in South Cardiff, they advanced to the round of 16. They're still alive in the National Cup competition. They're also still alive in the state final here. It's their first Dockerty Cup Final appearance. And they will be looking to win a very rare piece of silverware for the small club from the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne. So the biggest day in their history has just got underway. South Springvale with the kickoff. They will be attacking the city end of Lakeside Stadium, while it is Melbourne Knights who have earned a very early free kick to Stipo Andrijasevic. Early chance for Melbourne Knights. Daniel Vizovic over the free kick in towards the penalty spot. And Andrijasevic had just got free. He sort of twisted himself into a bit of a tiz there and couldn't quite twist his way out of it to get a header on target. But an early chance for Melbourne Knights. Vizovic towards Andrijasevic. He gets a head on it. Might have come off his hand. And in fact, the flag has gone up. It is offside. That, of course, was Dara Ryan. He's up against Svitkovic here again, and plenty of South Springvale players in there. Svitkovic did well. He found Jordan O'Doherty diving into Ben Suri. It's a yellow card, a very early one, in the 11th minute to South Springvale. Can Knights break the deadlock here? Vizovic, near post, drifting in. It may have almost gone over the line. It was headed away eventually. That was a huge opportunity for Melbourne Knights. Looks like it was Kural Nassim who might have got the header in there. And Daniel Vizovic almost caught Rani Darwisha out there. So their coach will be relatively happy with how this has gone so far, as the ball bounces dangerously in Melbourne Knights' penalty area. They're going to get away with it. Doyle clearing, although it's only as far as Ryan. Dinks it over the top. Here's Floria. He keeps it in. Chance for a cross. Goes inside instead. That was clever. Then a shot towards the 6-yard box. It's come off one, and then it was a fantastic save by Michael O'Farrell. Not sure he knew too much about it. I think it might have been Ali Hamid who got the touch there. But Michael O'Farrell, point-blank range, made the save. Andrijasevic is really his only support ahead of him. He keeps coming down the left. Svitkovic now. He receives a pass, doesn't quite control it, although he's kept it ahead of him instead of Drakos. Svitkovic back onto his right, looks for the cross. Vizovic knocked down. Andrijasevic over the bar. As they hope their team can win its first piece of silverware in around 18 years. Here's Hamid. He's got away from a couple. Takes the shot. It was blocked by Batur. Only as far as Floria, who lashes it over the bar. We're into the final 5 minutes plus stoppage time of this first half. Michael Huguenin calling the action for Knights TV. The score remains 0-0. Batur with a long ball. It's come off Hamid's head. Brought down by Metcalf. Here's Ryan. Although his pass is misplaced, and now it's a chance for Knights. O'Doherty on the right. Down the line, Andrijasevic, he was dumped off the ball by Floria, and here it is, it's been coming. Alex Floria with a yellow card in the 42nd minute. Into midfield, here's Metcalf, brings it down in front of Suri. Now Floria's got a bit of space on the left. He gets away from O'Doherty, then goes inside and back out onto his left. Cross now towards the back post, and O'Farrell was scrambling. Down the left, Shina Linajad keeps it in and then goes inside, wanted a free kick. The referee says, don't worry about it. That is the first half completed. Melbourne Knights 0, South Springvale 0. 2014 Dockerty Cup Final. It's kicking off this second half, and it is a sub at half time. This is a bit of a surprise. Leo Athanasiou, number 8, coming on for number 10, Marian Svitkovic. If you would imagine it would have to come down to a fitness situation rather than form, because Svitkovic, with his quality, is probably worth keeping on the pitch for as long as possible. But we are underway. It's a long ball forward, looking for Vizovic. It's nodded down. It's Andrijasevic. He plays the ball inside. Vizovic, Andrijasevic, he misses it. Suri with a chance. His shot is knocked away, and it's going to be eventually cleared, although it's blocked slightly. South Springvale have got it away now. O'Doherty gets there first. The brains and the skill in his feet, just not necessarily the run in his legs to play at the top level. Diaco brings it down. He's on the left, inside the box now. Up against Batur, turns away, plays it back centrally. Chance for Ryan on the volley, and he didn't quite make the necessary contact. It's skewed away. Doyle to take. He's going to take it long as well. Uscock nodded away by South Springvale. It was a volley from Vizovic. It's gone into the back of the net. I think it might have been a final touch off South Springvale, but in fact, the referee has denied the goal. We're into the 60th minute, and the first serious piece of controversy here in the 2014 Dockerty Cup Final. The referee has ruled out that goal for offside against Melbourne Knights. Suri, ball out to Athanasiou on the right. Cross comes in. Header straight at Rani Dawisha. Fantastic save. Under pressure again afterwards. But he did enough, Rani Dawisha. It was Tomislav Uscock steaming into the penalty box there with the initial header. And then when Dawisha didn't quite control the ball, he put his foot in. Dawisha stayed strong. And the score remains 0-0. Suri, ball into the box. It's only going to go as far as Luke Burgess. He has plenty of time to control the ball on the right-hand touchline. Ball forward to Damianos, down the line again to Diaco. He got away from Sam Torrens and was tripped from behind. Free kick is given, and yellow card for Sam Torrens. It's the 65th minute. First Melbourne Knights player into the book. Torrens winning a header. Then brought down by Metcalf to Damianos. Back to Ryan. He chips it over the top. Diaco is onside. He's on the right. He has Panagopoulos in the box. Up against Milan Batur. Wants to go inside. Eventually the cross. Here's Panagopoulos. Gets there first. Takes the shot. It's blocked. They want a handball. Michael Doyle goes down. He's claiming he got hit in the face. Panagopoulos wanted handball. That was a huge chance for South Springvale. And again, it was created by Ricky Diaco, who spins away from an opponent yet again on the right. He's just conceded the goal kick, however. Shina Linajad, ball inside. Andrijasevic on the edge of the box, turns away, squares it all the way to the right. Here's Vizovic cutting inside, shooting, and it's gone just wide. On the right wing, here it comes, in towards the 6-yard area. It's gone straight up in the air from a Knights header, and then it was over the head by Damianos, but not enough contact on it. O'Farrell collects comfortably. Here's a Linajad. Down the line. Only as far as Burgess, who heads it forward. Brought down by Diaco and then Damianos, and they link up again, although Diaco may be a little bit lazy there. Couldn't quite find Metcalf, and Knights can attack. Vizovic, ball in behind. Here's a chance. Andrijasevic, great save. Rani Dawisha, one-on-one. Came off his line promptly. Just moments to go in regulation time in this 2014 Dockerty Cup Final. In fact, there is the whistle, and we are going to extra time. South Springvale 0, Melbourne Knights 0. We're going to need at least another half an hour, if not penalties, to decide the champion here at Lakeside Stadium. Still no goals. Michael Huguenin calling the action for Knights TV. Melbourne Knights looking to win their first piece of silverware since 1996 when they won the NSL and Dockerty Cup double. They've been back to the final of the Dockerty Cup since then in 2011, but failed to win on that occasion. Can they go one better tonight and give Andrew Marth what would be probably a rather rare double, a Dockerty Cup final triumph as both captain and coach of the same club as Vizovic plays the ball over the top. Alinejad looks okay. He gets to the ball ahead of Dawisha. Or perhaps it was the goalkeeper who got the first touch. They collided. Plays it back to Suri. He will switch the ball to the right where Vizovic and Doyle can draw lots. Vizovic takes the ball. Out to the right wing. Here's Athanasiou. Cross. Andrijasevic is clear. Header. And it's just wide of the post. Stipo Andrijasevic with the best chance Melbourne Knights have had for this entire match. Absolutely free, directly in front of goal. 6-yard box. Cross came in, plenty of contact, but he sent it the wrong side of the post. Ball over the top from Suri is a good one. Can Athanasiou keep it in? He does. Chance for the cross. Athanasiou nodded away by Drakos. And there is the halftime whistle in extra time. The score remains 0-0. Could this be the opportunity from the corner? O'Doherty to take. Towards the 6-yard box. At the back post. Uskok brings it down. Shot in. It's blocked away by Dawisha. And then it came off another South Springvale player out for another corner. Andrijasevic brings the ball down with his chest and then plays an early ball to Alinejad. He has Vizovic just inside him but goes himself. Then plays it to Andrijasevic near the top of the D. Shot from Andrijasevic is simple for Dawisha to claim above his head. We're into the 115th minute. Ricky Diaco over the set piece. 4 in the wall for Knights. Diaco just over the bar and onto the roof of the net. It was very close. I don't think O'Farrell would have got there if it had have snuck under the bar. Vizovic under pressure plays it to Uskok, and Uskok can push forward now. Athanasiou on the right is his best option. Athanasiou with the ball now, goes inside. Back to Suri. Square ball out to Doyle. Doyle with the cross towards the penalty spot. Andrijasevic was the target. It's nodded away. O'Doherty with a snapshot straight at Dawisha. Easy for him. Number 17 it is. Ball forward from Vizovic. Here's Milan Batur keeping it alive. Back across. Chance. Uskok with the touch. Uskok into the back of the net. Melbourne Knights take the lead. 1-0. Melbourne Knights will win the Dockerty Cup. Huge celebrations from the Melbourne Knights supporters. The entire team is over with them by the fence. Andrew Marth is there. He has tasted this kind of success before as a captain 18 years ago for Melbourne Knights. Tomislav Uskok bundling the ball into the back of the net from less than a metre out. Milan Batur kept it alive. The long free kick forward by Vizovic. It was nodded down at the back post by Andrijasevic. And then Uskok, Johnny on the spot, scores the goal. He scored the goal that sent Melbourne Knights into the FFA Cup round of 32. He scores the goal that will see the club win their first piece of silverware in 18 years. And South Springvale, their heads are down. They're disappointed. They thought they were on their way to a penalty shootout, something that they know all about and know plenty of success in this year. But instead, it looks like it's going to be Melbourne Knights who will win this match. South Springvale start again. Diaco trying to go straight down the middle. He's lost out. Suri plays the ball to O'Doherty, and they're undermanned now at the back. South Springvale. O'Doherty tries to go around. Here's Andrijasevic to the loose ball. Will he keep it alive? Crosses. O'Doherty with the header tries to loop it over the top of Dawisha, who claims it. Knights can make sure of this now as Alinejad goes on a surging run. He's up against a couple. He ran into a dead end. That was Luke Burgess. And there's the final whistle. Melbourne Knights have won the 2014 Dockerty Cup, their first piece of silverware since 1996 when they won this very same competition. Andrew Marth, coach now of Melbourne Knights, does the double for this club, the Summers Street outfit. He has captained them to Dockerty Cup success. He has now coached them to Dockerty Cup success. And Melbourne Knights, after a very tough first half of the season, no matter what happens in the rest of the NPL Victoria season 2014, Melbourne Knights and Andrew Marth can end the season with a trophy. Melbourne Knights win 1-0 after extra time over South Springvale. Michael Huguenin signing off.
It's broken already. It's all twisting, man. Look at it, man. I'm not even holding it, man.
Guys, you came across from Adelaide Raiders together. I guess, is this the kind of thing that you were looking to do when you came across?
To be honest, probably not. You know, we knew they were still in the cup, and we just came over here to help out because we knew there was a lot of injuries. But to top it off with a cup final win is just more than what we were expecting, to be honest.
Jordan, it sort of continues a pretty quick rise for you, and it sounds like it's going to go a bit further post Knights with victory. But where does this rate in your young career to win a cup final?
Oh, look, it's such a big club to be involved in. We came across, obviously, like Michael said, just to help out, and now we've won a cup, you know. it's such a great culture as a young kid to be involved in, and it's good, you know. And yeah, I'm going on to bigger things, but I'm so happy that I was involved with this.
And just quickly, 120 minutes, you needed all 120 of them.
Yeah, we did actually. You know, credit to them. They played really well. You know, they kept us under control for a majority of the game. We had some good chances where we should have scored. But you know, Tommy, he always does well in big moments. So you know, that's why he's in the team every single week, and it means a lot to him, and it means a lot to the boys. And we're just happy to be a part of it, to be honest.
Tomislav, big goal that you scored to send you guys through to the round of 32, but is this bigger?
Yeah, when you win silverware, it's definitely bigger. You know, I said I dreamt of winning silverware for this club, and to score in the grand final brought me to tears at the end. So yeah, it's really definitely the proudest moment of my life. Yeah.
Take us through it. Last minute of the game.
Oh, it just fell for me. Steeple just. I looked at the time. You know, there's a corner, and there was nothing left. And Steeple just headed back to me. I was just on the line, lucky enough to be in the right position, you know, at the right time, and just went in, and rest is history.
Deja vu a little bit with the goal that you scored here to go through to the round of 32 of the FFA Cup as well. It was down the same end, and you went over and celebrated with the supporters. What do they mean to you guys?
They're exceptional. Like I said, I grew up, and when I was a younger boy, I was with them, you know, on the terraces. So to play, and I know the feelings that they're going through, and the feelings that we're going through as players. So they're just exceptional every week. They're there for us, and I can't thank them enough for their support.
And just quickly, for the club, it ends 18 years without silverware. Essentially, the last time you won anything was in the Dockerty Cup, NSL the same year. Andrew Marth goes from captain to coach. It takes that long for you guys to get back to it. What does it mean for the club?
Oh, it's huge. We've spoken about it all week, and probably since we've qualified for the Dockerty Cup Final, about how much it means to the club and how big of a club this is in Australian football, not only Victorian football. And to get them back on the winners list and back in the history books is I couldn't be any happier.
Tomislav, congratulations.
Thanks.
Stabber, I guess, first off, mate, to finish the club's trophy drought. It's been 18 years, and you were the captain last time, you're the coach this time. How does that feel?
Oh, satisfying, not just for myself, but obviously first and foremost for the club, and the boys thoroughly deserved it after an uncertain season. And as you know, the list goes on with injuries, and to the boys' full credit, we never gave up, and in hindsight we should have been up 4 or 5, and waited for the last 30 seconds of the game to score a goal, and it's a blessing in disguise, to be honest.
Considering all the things that...
The referee was superb, actually.
Considering what the team's been through, you've had the injuries and all that sort of thing, the league form hasn't been great. How important is it, or sort of how much of a almost, maybe not lucky dip, but you kind of get to the end of the season, you go, hey, we got a trophy out of this and we didn't have a great season?
It's relief. Obviously I thought we had an exceptional squad at the beginning of the season, and you get these injuries that, unforeseen, and as I said, we blooded some young kids, and young Jordan did quite well today, as did Michael Doyle, and we changed our system a little bit to combat these guys, and in the end it worked, but it probably should have been done and dusted in the first half.
And just on the supporters, Tomislav and the entire team ran over to celebrate with them as he scored the match-winning goal, but they're there every week. How much do they mean to you guys?
Oh, that shows a huge respect for the boys. The boys loved our supporters coming in, week out. We went through a pretty ordinary spell, losing 7 in a row, and those boys were there every weekend. So full credit to those boys, and they're true supporters.
And for the club, is this a sense that it can be maybe an onwards and upwards moment, ending the trophy drought and, push on next year, hopefully with less injuries?
I hope so. Obviously, I think the FFV are incorporating final season again next year, which will be a great asset to the league, and we're in a rebuilding stage at the moment, so we'll see what happens next year.